Today, we're diving into two of the hottest players' distance irons on the market, the Mizuno JPX 923 forged irons versus Ping i525 irons, review and comparison. If you're wondering which one delivers the edge in performance, technology, and overall playability, you're in the right place. The product we will talk about first is Mizuno JPX 923 forged irons. Let's start with performance. The JPX 923 forged irons are all about balance. You get really strong ball speeds. In fact, they're noticeably faster than the previous JPX 921 model. Mizuno achieved this with thinner faces, internal milling, and smart mass distribution. Now, these aren't hollow-bodied rockets like some distance irons. Instead, they're about controlled power. You'll get plenty of launch and carry, but without that hot face inconsistency. Forgiveness? They're forgiving for a compact iron. But let's be clear, they're not super game improvement. If you strike it well, you'll be rewarded with laser-tight dispersion. But off-center hits, especially low on the face, can lose spin and stop power. Trajectory is generally mid to high, though the stronger lofts, like a 32°7 iron, means some players may see flatter ball flights unless they're properly fitted. So if you have a moderate swing speed, you'll want to pay attention to shaft choice. Behind that performance is Mizuno's legendary craftsmanship. These irons are made with grain flow forging, Mizuno's signature process that delivers a buttery feel. They also use boron-infused steel, which allows the face to be thinner and faster without sacrificing strength. There's internal milling behind the face. One thing Mizuno never skimps on is build quality. The JPX 923 forged irons feel premium the moment you pick them up. The forging, finishing, and even the paint fills are immaculate. At address, they look stunning. Classic, compact, but not intimidating. The thin top line and clean lines inspire confidence without screaming blade. If you care about aesthetics, these irons are some of the best-looking sticks out there. So how do they actually feel on the course? Honestly, incredible. Mizuno is famous for their soft, solid feedback, and the JPX 923 forged continues that tradition. Pure strikes feel like nothing else. But be warned, mishits let you know. It's not harsh, but you'll definitely feel when you've missed the center. This makes them ideal for mid to low handicappers or improving players who want to sharpen their ball striking. High handicaps may find them a little punishing. Another thing to mention is consistency. Many players report that when struck well, these irons produce some of the tightest dispersions they've ever seen. But again, the margin for error is smaller than with game improvement clubs. Durability is solid, but like any forged iron, the softer metal means you'll want to take care of them. Clean them regularly, dry them after rounds, and keep an eye on grooves if you play in sandy or gritty conditions. Now let's talk about money. The JPX 923 forged irons sit firmly in the premium category. They're not budget-friendly, but they're also not as expensive as full-on tour blades. And here's the thing, the value you get depends heavily on fitting. With the right shaft and lofts, these irons can stay in your bag for a long time, but without fitting, you might not unlock their full potential.
Mizuno JPX 923 forged irons pros and cons. Pros: unmatched Mizuno feel and feedback. Strong ball speed and consistency. Excellent for improving or mid-handicapped players. Tight dispersion when struck well. Cons: less forgiving on mishits. Stronger lofts can flatten ball flight. Requires custom fitting to shine.
The product I will talk about next, the i525, sits right in Ping's lineup between pure blades like the i5-9 and full-on game improvement irons like the G series. It's what Ping calls a player's distance iron, built for golfers who want more ball speed and forgiveness, but still want that clean, confidence-inspiring look at the address. Performance-wise, this club is loaded with tech. The face is made from forged maraging steel, which is super thin and flexible, designed to give you higher ball speeds and more distance. Behind that face, Ping injects polymer to fine-tune the sound and feel, so it's lively without being harsh. You've also got tungsten weighting in the toe and shaft tip,
boosting MOI and stability. That means even your mishits stay straighter and fly a little further. The Micromax grooves are tighter and more precisely cut, which helps control spin and prevent those dreaded low-spin flyers. Overall, compared to the i500, the i525 launches a touch higher, carries further, and feels more solid at impact. Pretty impressive for a compact head. One of the surprises with the i525 is just how forgiving it is. Now don't get me wrong, it's not going to cover up every mistake like a G430 or other game improvement iron, but for a club that looks this sleek, it's very stable on off-center strikes. That forgiveness, combined with a moderate top line and minimal offset, makes it appealing for mid-handicappers who still want a little help without sacrificing looks. A common issue with hollow body irons is that clicky or tinny sound. The i525 avoids that with its polymer-filled cavity. Impact feels solid, crisp, and lively, definitely an upgrade over the i500. From a confidence standpoint, it sits beautifully behind the ball. Clean lines, compact, but not intimidating. It gives you that tour-inspired look without the stress of swinging a butter knife. Ping really nailed the build here. You've got a 17-4 stainless steel body with a forged maraging face, tungsten weighting, and their Hydro Pearl 2.0 finish, which not only looks great, but also repels moisture for more consistent spin in wet conditions. The grooves are CNC milled for precision, and the overall design is refined with subtle accents that keep it classy. Price-wise, these are premium irons. At launch, they were around $205 per club with steel shafts, a bit more with graphite. That's definitely on the high side, so whether it's worth it comes down to how much performance you're gaining compared to your current set. Ping i525 irons pros and cons. Pros: forgiveness that punches above its size class, premium feel and sound, workable enough for fades and draws, tons of fitting options. Cons: still not as forgiving as full game improvement irons. Stronger lofts can mean lower spin in long irons. Premium price tag. Mizuno JPX 923 forged irons versus Ping i525 irons. Differences: head design and cavity hollow structure. Ping i525 is a hollow body design, allowing perimeter weighting and enhancing forgiveness, especially on mishits. Mizuno JPX 923 forged irons is more of a solid forged face with strategic shaping rather than full hollow structure. Launch, ball speed, and distance behavior. Ping i525 tends to help with higher launch and maintain better distance on off-center strikes. Mizuno JPX 923 forged irons are strong in ball speed. Reviewers note very strong ball speed, especially in long irons. Who each is best for? Player fit. Best for Mizuno JPX 923 forged. Mid-handicappers who are refining their game and want a next-level iron that still offers forgiveness but allows them to feel and control shots. Players who value the classic forged feel and feedback and want something sleeker or more compact than full game improvement irons. Best for Ping i525. Players who want more forgiveness or buffer for mishits but still want a compact, premium-looking iron. Golfers whose contact is not always perfect and who need more consistency across the club face. Mid to upper handicappers who are improving and want to keep confidence on tougher swings.